Okay, so we are going to start seated. Sit cross-legged. And just feel around your back and your neck. That's it. And rolling your shoulders a little bit just to wake up and feel it forwards and backwards and around and the other way. Lovely. Good. Close your eyes for a moment and tune in with your breath. Put an intention for your practice today. Bring your hands towards your heart and bow your head. Namaste. Interlace your fingers. Bring your elbows to the side. Push the skin of your chest down. So you interlace your fingers over your chest. That's it. Push it down. Inhale, stretch the front of your neck. Exhale, bring your head back to center. And if you want to have more of a stretch, we're going to do it twice more. If you want to stretch your neck a little bit more and get rid of all, flabbiness in there, we're going to stick the bottom row of teeth out like a bulldog. Let's see if we can do it. Inhale. And bring the chin up. And exhale, release. Good. So there should be a pulling on the bottom of the neck. This helps to activate the collagen on the skin. So pull it down. Inhale. That's it. You will look very attractive. Exhale, release. Very good, good. Let go of your chin and sway your head side to side. Now let the ear come towards the shoulder and stretch the arm to the side. Inhale in and exhale in, feeling the side of the neck. Good. And help the head to come back to center, change side. Inhale and exhale. Head to shoulder. You can move the head a little bit. Good. And inhale, bring yourselves back to center. Arms up, opposite hand to knee. Open the chest and look over your shoulder. Breathe deeply. Inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, change side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, right hand to your right hand side. Stretch and look towards your elbow. And change sides. And bring yourselves back to center, fingertips behind. Open your chest and let your chin come towards your chest. Good. And we're going to roll over the ankles and come into a child's pose. Here, if this doesn't feel good for your knee, take an alternative. Maybe come just into cat-cow. Or you can lie onto your belly if child's pose is not good. Yeah? Okay, good. And release your head onto the floor. Roll your head side to side. Inhale, lift your head, come into all fours. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders and tuck your toes under. Now, as we inhale, keep the toes tucked under And look up, arching your back. Exhale, keep the toes and arch your back. Maybe bringing your knees off the floor just a little bit. Using the strength in your hands. Inhale, open up. Exhale, tuck your belly in, pelvic floor in and up, and bring it up. Your knees are still bent. We are using the strength of the arms and and we're stretching the back. And then come into your downward facing dog. And just walk your dog. That's it. So in down dog, your feet are 6 inches apart. Your shoulders are away from your ears. Good. Now stop walking the dog. Just come into a normal downward facing dog, or normal static downward facing dog, I just want to say. Good. Now come down into sitting or kneeling or anything like that. Some of you need to bend your knees a little bit. I think Hira, Violeta and Philippa, I could see that your backs are arching a little bit. So in down dog, and some of you, I can't really see the exact angle that you have, so you might also need it. Take it, because it's a good option to have to bend your knees. Down dog, we try to bring the heels towards the floor, but that is not the main objective. The main objective is to have the head between your arms and the back straight. If there isn't flexibility on the legs, and if there isn't enough strength on the arms, what happens is this. It's very slight. It looks still a little bit like down dog, but it's not the ideal position where you will reap the benefits from the pose. So if this is the case, we're going to try it in a moment. What I want you to do is to bend your knees, stick your bum out, and that will bring you into the right position. You might find it quite strong on the shoulders, but that's okay. You're going to build it up. So we're going to go and do a little sequence. From all fours, we're going to come into plank. From plank, bend the knees and come into down dog. You can keep the knees bent or straighten, and then come back into all fours. You shouldn't need to modify a lot. If you are in the right position, tabletop position, just bringing the toes under and stretching up should be enough. The proportions, our anatomical proportions are a little bit different always. So you might need to walk your knees one step back. So come into all fours, let's all research it together. If you have questions, do ask. So the middle finger is pointing forwards. Look at your hands, spread your fingers. Engage your abdomen, and now bring your chest over your wrists. You can have the knees closer. Keep one knee down and bring the other leg back, pushing the heel away. And now keep that alignment, bringing the other leg alongside. Good. Now bend the knees, stick your tailbone up towards the sky. This should give you a nice straight back. And then if you can, straighten the heels. If you straighten the heels and your back goes forwards, don't straighten the legs, keep the knees bent. Good, come back into plank and all fours. Maybe do little cat-cow. And tuck your toes under, come into plank. Alignment will make the difference between something that helps and something that harms. Then come into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. If you can, straighten the knees. If you cannot, then keep the knees bent. When your knees are bent, your hamstrings are not working hard. And bring it back to center. Cat cow. One more. Find all of your alignment, and I want to see you. So hands underneath your shoulders. Tag your toes under. Come into plank. So plank first. That's it. Very nice. Lower your hips a little bit, Violeta. Lower your hips. Walk your feet further back, maybe. Yes, that's better. Now bend your knees a little bit and come into downward facing dog. Push, Devika, bend your knees a little bit more and push your upper back towards your thighs. Yes, don't walk your hands though. That's looking a lot better. Good. And coming to a resting position, either lie onto your bellies or child's pose, whatever feels most relaxing for your back and for your arms. That's it. Somebody needs a hairband, I think. Long hair. Lovely. Good. And bring yourselves up into standing. Do we have questions about down dog? Did you feel the difference? Especially, newer people. Ellie, did you feel the difference between having your knees bent? I couldn't really see the angle.
I found that my hand was sliding forwards a bit. So is that because I don't have strength in my hands?
It's not only that, it's probably also because you might have sweaty palms.
Yes.
So you just you can have a little towel nearby and wipe your hands. It's quite common to have that. Some people also take a white chalk and paint the mat with it so that your hands don't slide. And if your mat is new, that will also be something that will make you slide. Oh, Violeta has a kitty, I think. Yes, I saw the tail going like that.
I always lock him out, but today he was quite persistent on staying in with me.
I know. Good. So let's keep that. So when your hands slide, it's part of your yoga. So don't worry about it. If your hands are sliding, you just walk them back. What you need to try is to build that correct position so that you can get the whole body in alignment. Come to the backs of your mats, please. So many times, getting into positions from a different angle can help you find your alignment. We're going to go from the back of the mat into plank, down dog, up dog, etc. So start with your feet hip distance. Check that your knees are bending over your little toes and you can still see your big toes. Your heels should be out a little bit, so you're like pigeon toeing, and that will engage your lower abdomen, your butt, and your thighs. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, soften your knees and fold forwards. Inhale, straighten your legs, hands onto your shins, flatten your back. Feel the whole back of the legs stretching. Exhale, bring your hands onto the floor. Stop halfway. Your heels will still be on the floor and your hands are supporting you, but the stretch probably is mainly on your calf muscles. This is called elephant. So in elephant, it's very easy to lift one hand and the other hand, and your heels are flat on the floor. Now, walk your hands a little bit more, and your heels will probably have lifted from the floor unless you have very flexible back of the legs. Check what your back is doing. If your back is tending to go towards your hands, bend your knees and let your back be straight. Good. From here, we're going to come into plank. You shouldn't need to modify your legs too much. And exhale, come back into down dog. Belly's in, come into plank. Push it back, down dog. You can bend your knees each time you come into downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, bend your elbows halfway. Inhale, push it up and come back into down dog. Inhale, look forwards, come into plank. Push halfway, push it up, downward facing dog. Last one. Inhale, come into plank. Bend your elbows halfway. And release yourselves onto the floor. Release your legs. Hands underneath your shoulders. Shoulders back and down. Your hips are firmly onto the floor. Engage your abdomen. Inhale, cobra. Breathe deeply. Exhale, release. Tuck your toes under. Downward facing dog. Check that your feet are 6 inches apart. Your arms are either side of your head. Your legs are soft. And walk your hands back towards your feet. Let your head be released. As you roll up into standing, arms around and up. Exhale. Hands to your chest. Lovely. Good. So we have 3 minutes. You can do 1 side salutation, 2 or 3, whatever you feel you can do. You know what we're doing. We're just going down, walking the hands, coming to down dog, then plank, chaturanga. Chaturanga is the pressing down, coming to cobra or up dog, down dog, and walk back towards your feet. Okay? On our own time, when you're ready. If you get lost, if you can't remember, make it up. It's your practice, so you want to learn how to work with your body, how to go through the postures for your greatest benefit. If you want to stay in down dog for longer, you can. Remember that this is not about the race of doing, it's about the mindfulness of knowing where your body is, where your effort needs to be. Transitioning from one position to another is an art form in itself. And of course, if you wanted to just rest, you could as well. And we're going to finish up into standing. Good. So stand with your shoulders back, your hands by the side. We're going to do a balancing posture. So bring your weight onto your left leg, lift your right knee, and hug yourselves, elbow over elbow. And if you can, close your eyes. And keep breathing. be with the balance, even if you're wobbling all over the place. With your eyes closed, it's always more difficult to balance. One more deep breath. And release and cross the arms. And we're going to go the other way. So relax your ankle if you felt a bit working too much. Bend your left knee and try to cross your arms one on top of the other and the other way. And if you find it very difficult to close your eyes completely, start by softening your gaze and looking down towards the floor, slowing the breath, and then maybe you can find that you can close your eyes. And more than anything, you have to relax into this balance. Otherwise, if you think, oh, I can't do this, then you won't be able to do it, for sure. Most important words that we hear are the ones that we tell ourselves. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. And open your eyes, release the arms. And we're going to close our practice. You can start close the practice standing, or if you want, you can sit on the floor, lie down. It's your practice. You can do whatever you prefer, whatever feels best. I'm going to stay standing and engage the abdomen, engage the pelvic floor to keep my back free. So if my lower back is all out of space, out of alignment, my lower back is hurting. If I engage, then my knees can be soft, my shoulders can be relaxed, and the back is on its neutral alignment. Good. Breathe in here. Just feel the whole body. Your feet, your arms, shoulders, where your head is in the space where we occupy. And this is just going to be another 30 seconds of standing. And standing still is something that I personally don't do very often. I can sit still, but standing still is a different feeling altogether. Lovely. And if you want to still stay standing, you can. If you want to sit down, you can sit down. Last minute of meditation. You can sit on a chair, absolutely. That's it. You can sit with one leg out. Remember that putting a cushion underneath your sitting bones will help for the back to be straight. And close your eyes. If the light practice that we did was helpful yesterday, you can use that light practice today. Imagining a light coming through the crown of the head and out through the crown. Let it come towards your heart, towards your throat, your third eye, maybe your solar plexus, sacrum, your tailbone. Just let the light bathe your body. Make sure that your chin is not too high up. It's more towards your chest, so that there is a straight line from the crown of the head up. We're going to finish chanting Om 3 times, followed by Shanti, 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 Om, peace, peace, peace. Inhale to begin. Inhale. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om, peace, peace, peace. Bring your palms together. Rub your palms. Make the movement a little faster. And place your palms over your face. Inhale deeply. Open your eyes to the darkness of your hands. Slide your hands to your chest. Bow your heads. Namaste. Give yourselves a clap. Well done. I hope you find it useful to find the alignment on down.